Kishor Patil, CEO with KPIT Technology, joins us now. Kishor, revenue growth was up about 0.5% for the quarter gone by. What has contributed and what are the factors which are at play? If I look at historical growth rate, the growth for the quarter gone by was actually quite modest.
Yeah, I think I would say we have said that we retain our guidance. I think you have to look at the yearly guidance. We have the first half of the year was very strong, and we had said that at the beginning of the year. And as we have said, even during this quarter, Q2, the deal wins have been very strong, and the basically the growth of 2%, and more importantly, if you look at the correction, increasing our profit outlook for the year shows the quality of revenue which is coming in. And so we have said that there is the markets are not at its best, but we have said that we will be in a position to make our guidance and actually increase the profitability guidance. So this is something which was not expected or laid down earlier.
When you say business is in not great shape and yet you will meet your guidance, if business is slow, then how will you achieve your guidance?
That we have done all consistently, I think. I think if you look at all the parameters, I think these are ultimately numbers, right? So if you look at all the numbers, the deal wins are great. The deal wins are great. Then there is profitability has been higher. If you look at year on year, last year, YTD, December quarter, last 9 months versus this 9 months, our profits are up by 38%. Our revenue growth is up more than 20%. So basically, we have been giving a consistent performance. When I said the markets are not great, I was listening to your earlier program also. So basically, I'm saying it's uncertain. So the geopolitical, automotive in general, there is a lot of uncertainty in that. What we are saying is we will be in a position to deliver for multiple reasons. One is the strong relationship with the clients. The second thing is broad-based growth, which is if you look at if a particular geo does not do well, we are in a position to make it up. For example, Asia has really been very strong for us. At the same time, the deal wins, if you look at it, the Europe and Americas are really leading the deal wins. So I think we have that broad-based area, portfolio of the revenue. The second thing is we have expanded that to, as we have said, by about meaningful conversations, or the pipeline has gone up significantly, and 7-8 new clients across the different in the sense of highway, commercial, semiconductor companies. I think that is helping us to be confident about the year.
Quite interesting. So how do you up your EBITDA margins further then, Kishor?
So we are not saying that we'll take it up forward. Right now, I'm taking bit by bit. So if you look at last year, I think most of the companies struggle to do that. But I think we have been in a position to do it because of the productivity, as well as we have been in a position to do it in spite of increasing the offshoring, in spite of increasing naturally offshoring. We have increased per person revenue. We have been in a position to increase. I think that is what is a critical part for us, because we have changed the mix of the revenues in terms of licenses or platforms, as well as outcome-based pricing. Some of those, all that has helped us in increasing our per person revenue.
Interesting.
And this is not the first year. This is not the first year. If you look at last 3 years, our per person revenue and per person margin has gone up.
Right. Kishor, tell me, how is it that you plan to leverage on the growing demand for EVs specifically? Anything that you may have strategically planned for or is in the pipeline?
So, we naturally have, wide spread of technologies in that. So that will certainly help. But I may just want to add that while EV is a very significant part of business, and we are very bullish on that, including all the new markets, including India, we believe that it's a long-term trend, and companies will invest into different type of propulsion. So whether it is EV, whether it is fuel cell, and more effective conventional powertrain. So there will be scope for new technologies. So that will happen. At the same time, I want to bring it out that the SDV, what we call a software, the basic trend in terms of owning the software by the OEM and being in a position to update it regularly, that is beyond EV. It is also about the consumer experience. That is also about the database services you can ultimately get. So it's a much broader trend beyond EV, while we are very comfortably sitting on the EV trend.
Good morning, Mr. Patil. This is Shrishti also joining in, but I just wanted to touch upon the geography-wise performance that we have seen in Q3, because though it was the Asia that did very well for the company, but the US and the European markets have seen a sequential decline in the growth parameters. So can we expect a good recovery going ahead in Q4? And the point that you were just mentioning about the EVs, where is the most of the excitement coming from? Is it from the Asian markets, or maybe from the other geographies as well? You are expecting good and healthy order wins to flow in.
So yeah, absolutely. I think there are 2 points. One is, as you know, that we are very strong in Europe, and Europe has really supported our growth for many years, very strong growth. And we were very happy that we have been in a position to really have a growth in Asia to really balance it out. I think that has really helped. And the other part I want to say that when sometimes the Asia business, there are at least a few clients I know that they're completely serviced out of Asia. And even though they are a European client, they're completely serviced out of Asia. So some of those revenues go into Asia. So some of those anomalies are there. But at the same time, to come to your question, I believe it will be certainly Q1, if not Q4. Q1 of next year, if not Q4 of this year. The growth will come in other parts.
Globally is slowing down. That is the data. I was looking at JLR numbers. I was looking at numbers which are, let's say, coming from Chinese maker also, that China is taking over, other European and other EVs are slowing down. How will this impact your business? Because ultimately, your mainstay is the auto component and the auto design and the auto softwares.
Absolutely. And so there are 2 points I would like to make. One is if you look at a long-term trend, if you look at 8 or 10 years trend, the number of vehicles on the road are not going to grow many. I think it is going to be really a flattish growth. However, the tech spend, the software component, part of the component of the car is going to go up significantly. That has gone up in the last few years, and it will go up. And I think what is happening is even when they are sometimes reducing the spend on the engineering, there is a shift from conventional tech to new tech. And that is which is the sweet spot for KPIT. So from that perspective, if they have to bring new vehicles where they can really increase, the OEMs can increase their realization over the period per vehicle, or bring services around that, I think that's where we play. And that's why this spend, we have been in a position to really increase our share of wallet.
Right. Okay, Mr. Patil, hopeful of the future, and we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.